Good evening, sports fans. I'm Colonel Failure, and this is Motorsport Manager. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but here we are once again for the live streaming of something fairly epic. We've got a good number of people out here in Streamland this evening, ready to see the last in the season of Bulldozer Power. Right. I'm pretty excited. It's the last race of the season. We're back at the Black Sea, where we were right at the start of the year, and you know our performance wasn't too great. But if we have a look at at how we've done here, you know our sponsors pretty good. Our staff worst. We have the worst staff in the entire league. League? Would you call it a league? Series, I guess, something like that. Our headquarters isn't so bad because, I mean, as I'm sure you remember, I did spend all of my money on upgrading my headquarters at the start of the series, which is, heinous mistake. Apparently my drivers are only the 7th best. I think that's being generous, if you ask me. And the car is the worst of all of them. Well, maybe that explains something, maybe it doesn't. Anyway, the drivers' standings, we've got General Mact, who's 5 points clear at the top, which means that, you know, any start in the top three, any finish in the top three, and the Canadian will take it for Garuda Racing. My left knee hurts for Eastwood Motorsport on 138 could win here if General Mact has a bad day. Milan Z, the second driver for Garuda in 3rd place, has got a mathematical chance of walking away with it, but frankly, I don't think he's in a running. Lou Cybergal from Eastwood Motorsport down in 4th. Then Reverend Plastic, Vectrix, Hans 00, Trolley Fodder, P. Ruto, Playmoto, and then Faith, the first driver that we actually give a damn about. Faith Anthony, of course, Bulldozer Power's aging and yet excellent star. Will she be the driver that we keep hold of next season? I don't know yet. I have not decided which of my 2 drivers I'm going to keep. I can't afford to replace both of them. At least I don't think I can afford to replace both of them. But Faith is doing better so far this year, but she's no spring chicken. Then we got Megahertz. I think it's Megahertz. Mega is his first name. Let's have a look. What's his name? M. Yeah, no, that's not quite so helpful, is it? I think we've also, yes, he's been scouted as well. Beg your pardon, Megahertz, there we go. Yes, has been scouted already. Pretty good driver. There we go. Let's get take me back here. And then, here's scrolling. Chris Shaw, mostly sane, Vargan and Salmone Longo for Dragon Race Team China, which for some reason I always trip over the name of. Then Bird Dog from Octane Racing, whose dinosaur costume frequently gets in the way while he's trying to drive, but that hasn't stopped him doing better this season than your friend and mine, Andre Gomez. Are you sure Megahertz hasn't been scouted? I'm sure he has. But I could be wrong. And then Swan's Plastic, and bringing up the rear is Steve Mush, the 2 drivers for the Predator Racing Group. Looking at the teams, Garuda way out in front. Again, mathematically, Eastwood could snatch it, but I think Garuda's got this. Then Firebird MRT, Vexala, Archer, Silver, Octane, Dragon Race Team China, Bulldozer Power, the team we all love, and the Predator Racing Group. Now, here's the thing. A good result today, and we could finish as high as 7th. As high as 7th we could finish. That's not to be sniffed at. So anyway, let's make sure we've got some work going on the parts. You press the parts button as much as you like. It's not going to do anything because they're in the middle of something. Well, no, why? I want to, oh, maybe we can't do it yet. I'm going to push this button. Okay, right, so we're underway. The car has now been fixed. That's good. But there is news in the newsroom. Right, is Bantam going to retire? Interesting. Sources close to Kitano Sports, Tio Bantam, have whispered to us here at Motorsportif that the 36-year-old's retirement is on the cards at the end of the season. She's on the way out. I think she checked out a few months ago, to be honest, said a close friend of the British driver. Kitano Sport boss Bruno Marshall, okay, made-up name, will be looking to fill that void that Bantam leaves as soon as possible, so there may be some driver moves in order. There's definitely going to be some driver moves. I'm going to sack one of my two drivers, or rather I probably won't renew the contract. Won't renew the contract at the end of the season. Anyway, Gary's here. Gary, bearer of good news. We've finished the repairing the cars, which means I can now go and tell them to get to work. So what do we got here? So we're still working on the reliability of the engine, which is now up to 81%. And frankly, that's good enough. What we'll do is we'll stick it over here, flip the staff around, start cranking that engine up. Again, I have yet to decide who is going to score the good car for this race. I honestly couldn't tell you, but everything else is pretty much maxed. I haven't got any other work to be done. So 14 days before the race, we'll flip it back over and work on the reliability. But wait, what is this? I have a sponsor. Ooh, we've got an empty slot. Now, we're not going to fill this straight away. I want to make sure that you know, we get the best deal possible. So let's see who we have here. Chiffre. Target 5th or above. No upfront payment with a bonus of 800 grand. All right, well, we'll see what else we get in, because the way things are right now, I'm not going to take that, because this has obviously replaced my go-to race day sponsor, who was, you know, who I fleeced for a little bit of cash this season, but nowhere near enough, frankly. You know, we need to get some more cash out of the situation. I think it was requested in the chat there, but we'll have a quick look at the weather forecast. Cloudy, okay. Acceleration is crucial. Got a good gearbox. That's fine. We can do acceleration. High speed corners. Well, we're running stock aero, so that's not a problem. And top speed is useful. All right then. Tire wear is expected to be very high. Fuel burn very low. 26 laps. Well, we'll see what that actually manifests itself in due course. Let's move forward. Oh no, what was that? That was a message that said bikes. Well, we're going to get a lot of news here. This is the bit I usually edit out, just so you know. I edit this out so that you only see the good bits. There we go. Right, we're going to go to the mail first. I know sponsors is far more exciting. What have we got in our mailbox? Andre Gomez, bikes. Hi, boss. I've always loved my motorbikes, and I've just been offered the chance to race one. It's not going to get in the way of my driving here, so I hope you don't mind me doing it. Oh, this has got disaster written all over it. To be honest, it should help my driving. Lots of the best drivers in history rode bikes as well. Well, it's not an option. Okay, fine. More marketability for Gomez. It's like he's, you know, he's the new cover boy for Vogue. That's oh, dearie me. Yeah, well, fair enough. And apparently he is now yet more smooth than he was previously. Well, okay then. Fine. Well, Gomez is making himself a properly marketable asset at this rate. Well, I don't know if that's going to affect his ability to stay with the team or not. We'll find out. Meanwhile, Gary's back. He's griping once again about the team in the factory getting bored because they've done all of their work. See, this is a team that I can get behind. This is a team I can get behind. Constantly finishing their work. Right, okay, so with the engine now cranked up to its maximum performance of 36, I know, feel the speed, we shall drag it over and get its reliability tippity top ahead of the race, because that's a sensible thing to do. I would design another part, but look at that, right? I've got 995 grand in the bank. 816 is what it's going to cost me to do this chuffing race. So I'm going to finish the season in profit, unless there's a sponsor out there who wants to lob me £1 million up front. I did see the comment that said, don't sign any sponsors until next season. Frankly, I think you've been drinking the crazy juice. I'm going to sign whatever sponsor comes my way with a tempting flash of an ankle. Right, what have we got? Ooh, choices. Schiffer, we already knew. 5th or above. With a bonus payment, 800 grand. Acus want to give me 750 large. I can get behind that, and a deal length of 7 races. Yeah, I'm less keen on that. I'm even less keen on Jandemol or Yandemol Media, who want to give me $500,000 win or lose. No. Yes. No. They want to give me $500,000 if I can finish 8 or above for 12 races. Well, they can get knotted. I'm not interested in that at all. And I think Acus make a reasonable offer, but 7 races is possibly a longer deal than I actually want to sign up for. Also, I misread Schiffer originally. It wasn't for 2 races. It expires in 2 races' time. Okay, Acus are leading the way. Acus are definitely leading the way. If I sign this now, I'll have 750 grand to play with, with which I could make something exciting and new. Wait until the last moment to sign a sponsor deal, says a Veco boy. If I do it now, I could have a new part ready to rock ahead of the last race. I don't know. I'll come. No. Well, what else have I got to procrastinate with? I've got nothing left to procrastinate with. So hold on. Let's go to the car. Let's design new parts. Base time 10.7 days. Next race 10 days. What could I do? I could develop some new brakes, but they won't be good. They'll be bad brakes. They'll need some work doing on them. So actually, I will hang on until we're about to set off, and then I'll sign one of them. War. This is going. Yeah, this is generating quite the discussion amongst the Bulldozer Power fans in the chat. A lot of people saying, "Take the money, take the money." I tried getting more from the CEO. We've done that. I did that in the last one. He told me to basically do one because I'd already had some cash off him this season. Right, I'm taking the money. I'm going to take it. We're going to take the cash. Acus, welcome on board. Thank you very much. Stick it in my Swiss account. Thank you. Right, so 1.7 million in the bank. We're going to have at least 800 grand left after the race. Assuming, could I do the suspension in time? Possibly. I could possibly get suspension done. But here's the problem, right? So that will leave me 1.3 days to try and juice it up. New gearbox. No. We've got a mediocre gearbox already, and it won't be done before the race. That's the critical thing. I'm going to keep the cash. I'll roll with the cash going into the next. Because yes, as Mr. Avak Kid or Mravak Kid, depending on your pronunciation, as said, there's not much use in developing the parts because they all degrade between seasons. Get a better designer. Start the season with a better car. See, I can totally get behind that, and that's what we're going to do. Moving on. Okay, so we've got news coming in from the World Motorsport Championship, where James Fishburne, in the 15th of the 16 races this season, has come in first. Fishburne now in second place, within sight of Pichot. Raydon grabbing second for 18 points. Pichot in third with a broken neck. So you know, what does this do to our standings, friends? I know we keenly follow this one as well. Frankly, I think Shoot's going to take it. I think with the 9-point lead they've got right now, they need a first or second pretty much to guarantee it. Maybe even lower than that, but that's as much maths as I can be bothered doing right now. Don Johnson, Rog's out of it. So really, they're playing for pride in the top 4. But those finishing places there could be the final positions for the season. Teams wise, Steinman are 20 what's that? 19 points ahead, ahead of Scuderia. Those are the only 2 teams with a shot at the championship. And as mentioned, I have a sneaking feeling that with Radon and P-Shoot both at the top of the board, that Steinman have got this. So here we are back at the front of the front desk. What's going on here? Nothing, by the looks of it. I might send out some scouting. You know, let's go. Let's have a quick look for Scouty Scout. Let's go for who have I scouted? I've scouted Vectrix, My Left Knee Hurts, Reverend Plastic, and Playmoto. Playmoto, I think we've established as is not keen on driving for me. Due to an infraction with Faith earlier on in the season. Vectrix is possible, but a little on the old side. Heck of a driver, but maybe I want to be thinking about the future. Now Gomez is the younger of my 2, so maybe that's where I stay here. But Reverend Plastic, the Frenchman, is you know, he's had a belter of a season, and he's still quite young, and his cost per race is pretty negligible. He's only got 1 month left on his contract, so I won't be signing him now. But let's have a quick look who else is available. I want someone youthful. Bird Dog's only 18. Crikey. That's not bad. Carlo the Curious is 19. Looks better than Bird Dog, if I'm honest. The American there. Who else have we got in here that takes my eye? Megahertz, we know well. 21. Reaper 86. Ooh, interesting. Currently not driving for currently driving for Panther. So I guess that must be a different division. Not in my league. Oh, he's in the WMC. So he's a proper big dog. Yeah, $500,000 a race. Crikey. All right, let's go down to the bargain end of the bucket. Simple Fever. Nope, Simple Fever looks like a dog. Scott Price, 0 to 3 feedback, 0 to 4 cornering. Scott Price is a bum. We've got Katie Linares. Again, not a lot of talent happening here. Oh, wow. There's a reason these guys are cheap, you know, and that's because they're rubbish. Okay, well, I ought to stick a scouting mission in anyway, and it probably ought to be for someone I've got a shot of getting. So I'm thinking maybe one of the Dragon team drivers, or one of the Predator drivers. One of those two could be the kind of actually, international GT drivers might not be a bad call either. Although I am taken by the name Tallulah Hawk. That's a good name. Right, let's. I'm going to stick because they're no, it's in WMC again. No, I'll take someone from the GT because they might want to move, I suppose, up. But I won't get anybody to come down to the third division. Where are we? Tallulah is currently. What are you? Contracted status, no idea. Oh, we haven't done any scouting, that's why. Fool. Walter White. Okay. Also in the WMC. Yeah, so there's some good drivers in there. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think designers are possibly more my focus, or rather more my requirement. I want someone who's actually going to build me a good car next year. What have we got here? I'm prepared to pay Jim Harris 215 grand a race. It seems quite steep, but he does seem to have quite the capability. Although Reg Bristow or Danielle Swainpoel, which, I mean, I'm sure she would amuse me based on my inability to correctly pronounce her name. But Reg, I like a Reg, me. Danielle, gearbox suspension, pretty good. The recommendation we get is Frederick Kelly is decent. Frederick, oh, hold on, there is some unemployed people. Vasily Sokolov, rear wing, great. Engine, great. Front wing, hopeless. There's not that much difference between a front and a rear wing, Vasily. I mean, I'm sure you could figure that out. You know, just fling a back wing on there in reverse. It's going to do pretty much the same thing. Who else have we got that might measure up? Luke Savage. He's a bit more of an all-rounder. Lilith Koskinen. Not so much. Gearbox and brakes, yeah, that's handy stuff. I won't be procrastinating here for long. I just want to have a quick poke around and see what's good. See who I could be acquiring for next season to hopefully get us a slightly... wings are spec parts right now, but they might not be. What are the stats of my current designer? I don't want to go talk to him if I can avoid it, JTN. You know why. He's going to be asking me for some kind of flipping design center. Where are we? Sam Probst. Hello, Sammy. What are you good at? There you go. That's my current lead designer's stats. Okay. Any questions? Anybody got any questions at all? Any questions in the slightest? Lead designer stats. Sam is hopeless. He's a waste of space. He's a waste of your time and mine. Sort by stars. All right. We'll do that. Right. Who's the best in the world? And can we acquire Paddy? Look at that guy. Oh, he's fun. It's going to cost me £4.5 million to sign him. We want someone either whose contract ends 2016 or currently uncontracted. I think Luke's 16 in rear wing is going to be wasted, as has been pointed out already. Why is he still here then? Because I haven't had the money. I haven't had the cash to get a replacement. Although, since there are people here who were available for nothing, then, you know, I perhaps missed the opportunity to sign someone decent early on. Again, Vasily's 1 on front wing is now meaningless, but likewise is 19 on the rear wing, also not worth signing. Wayne Bellows. Hopeless at wings, great at other stuff. Well, great at suspension, yeah. Lilith. I like the looks of Lilith, apart from her capabilities with an engine. Now you're talking. Freddie. We can live without suspension. Corners are pretty straightforward anyway, right? Engine, gearbox, brakes, very high. All right, we're gonna make him an offer, I think. We'll approach him. I'm interested. Let's talk. Start the negotiations. Right. Terms of agreement. Cost. Now, here's the thing, is I've no idea. What does he want? Do we know what he wants? Wages are fairly important. What's the industry standard for someone of your stature, Fred? You prefer a long contract. We'll do you a 2-year contract. I can do that. Why not a younger He's an engineer. For a designer, it's fine. You know, I don't need him to drive the car. Signing on fee, I'll chuck him 135 grand for that. Bonus size, race bonus, 10th or above. No. I want podium, 4th or above. All right, you stick me on the podium and I will chuck you an extra 45k. Can't say fairer than that. The only thing I suspect he's going to gripe about is his fee per race, but he'll come back to us in due course. We've sent him a proposal, and if he turns us down, there'll be other people. Let's have a quick look at drivers. No. Staff. No. Drive scouting. That's the button. And then flick back over to drivers. And then let's find someone whose contract is coming up to an end, who is young and who has ability. Now, how do we could go specific on ability, but maybe that will only cover... I should have been scouting all season. Why didn't nobody tell me? 8+ clicks on wages? I don't believe that for a second. I do not. I don't believe you. I'm going to get him for peanuts if I possibly can. Right, anyway, the GT Challenger Series. Bindo Giuliani has a silly name. and no fitness. He's unfit, which is why he does the GT series. International GT Championship, Chica Balcazar. Better. Not much focus, not a lot of feedback. I mean, I'm looking for a. What I want is I want to be able to scout everybody, and get a rough take on you know, on all the talent available. What's Cybergal looking like? Hopelessly inconsistent. Okay, megahertz. Actually, could be all right, although their adaptability is not great. Let's hold on. Scott Price has got a boring name. We can't hire him. Simple Fever. Again, slightly unfit, but cheap. All right, I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it for now. No, I'm not leaving it for now. Get up the flipping scout working. We've got 3 empty slots, so just bang 3 people in there. There we go. We'll have Walter White. Just scout him. Scout. Thank you. Right, and then it would be helpful if you took me back to the scouting page, and we will take. Do we want Bird Dog? No, Bird Dog is also unfit. You would think he would be a little bit better given the amount of costume he has to haul around with him. Carlo, adaptability is a bit low. Click by you, no. Ebony Tyler, nope. I'm going to find General 4-star. Yeah, see, I can take that. I mean, if his cornering's low, but we'll find out. A good Swedish driver for us here. We'll stick a scout on that one, and then someone capable is what I'm looking for. I just want a capable driver to show whoever of my 2 are still with me. You know what? I'm gonna scout Reaper as well. I think Reaper would be my choice, but I suspect it's going to be way too expensive. So we'll see how that goes. Pressing on. We will move forwards. Right. Okie doke. Right. Hello there. What have we got going on here? Well, the mailbox is frankly a light. It's Kurt, everybody. Kurt's here. Just a reminder, we're currently 9th in the team's championship. Thanks, Kurt. This is better than our original target of 10th. Excellent. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Kurt. Good of you to keep me informed on that one. Anna Wardell is reporting on the upcoming race at the Black Sea. Prepared a brief report on the next race. 26 laps. The lap length is 2.96 miles. That's quite a long lap, but quite a quick lap at the same time. 1:32. Likely to be some rain, with Sunday showing a 40% chance of rain. Oh, there's going to be a lot of backseat, an awful lot of backseat pit stop advice going on. I can sense that already. Fairly good tyre wear. Fairly good track for tyre wear, and our car is pretty excellent at that. It either is excellent or it isn't. It can be pretty good or pretty excellent. I would say probably not both. That's all from me. If you have other queries, I would suggest consulting the calendar. Hey, Sam's back again. What do you want, Sam? Oh, it's Sam, everybody. He wants a telemetry centre. Good for you, Sam. You know what you can do with yourself, don't you, Sam? Incidentally, Sam, I've got Freddie Cooper in my mailbox, and he's ready to talk turkey as far as contracts are concerned. So guess what, Sam? You're not going to be around for very long, are you? Are you? No, you're not. No, Sam, you're not. And if Freddie asked me for a telemetry centre, I might hire you back again. Meanwhile, Luke Finley Maxwell, pre-race gossip. I don't know why I can't speak this evening. General Mact is going into the Black Sea Grand Prix at the top of the driver standings, which former driver Fabio Torino isn't expecting to see change this weekend. I can't see knee hurts making up too much ground in Russia. Mact is driving too well. With 0 races to go until one race to go. We haven't driven this one yet. For crying out loud. Let's skip past the good teams. Away from the front of the pack, struggling Predator Racing Group will be hoping to see some improvements this weekend in the Black Sea. fat chance, not if I have anything to say about it, as the circuit offers them a chance of picking up some valuable points. Great chance for us to improve, says Swan Plastic. Say whatever you like, Swans. No chance. Gary's back. He's bored. Get a pool table, Gary. I'll stump up for a pool table. Keep your boys in, entertained. Oh no! Well, you see there. Well, here we go. Here's Fred. We're going back to the negotiation table. Fred, what do you think? Oh, he's medium. I managed to get neutral out of the contract length. I managed to get insulted as far as the salary is concerned. Insulted as far as the signing on fee is concerned. You freaking mercenary, and unhappy. Oh, you flipping heck. All right, then. Okay, so here we go. Up everything. Well, yes, up everything. No, rip Sam. I want him out of here. Right, let's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Someone said up it 8 times and that should do the trick. 108 grand a race. He had better be worth it. Signing on fee. I'm not going to give him the entire flipping sponsorship fee. All right, I'll take 6th. No, we'll take 6th or above, and we'll give you max. All right, you can have 90 grand if we can finish in the top 6. All right, that's what I'm going. I am not going to pay him $500,000. Get out. Sam might be a pain in the backside, but he's only charging me $1,000 a race. That's my kind of money. Anyway, this will put us in good stead for further staff searches should we need to do so. Patience, no patience. Hogwash. Right, let's press on. Right, so once again, the mailbox has lit up. The contracts are running down. Ooh, we have a number of contracts running down at the end of the year. We only have a month until these guys leave the team. A month before they leave. And those people are Andre Gomez. Now, Andre, flipping hopeless at braking, as we saw earlier in the season, he did manage to drive off the track. Cornering, not good. Smoothness, he is smooth. Okay, smooth is what he is, and he likes riding motorcycles, which I'm sure won't end in disaster in the slightest. Cost me 220 grand a race. We'll see. Overtaking, not great. Consistency, so-so. Adaptability, rubbish. Fitness, rubbish. Feedback, good. Okay, let's be fair here. Gomez, good feedback. Focus, no. Also, he's a narcissist. He's got a designer clothing line. He really does not like Steve Mush, and he races motorbikes. He's a freaking disaster area, is what he is. He's got a terrible race mechanic, but they do at least get on. He has 81% marketability. Lorks. And he's actually, let's have a look at his season performance, shall we? He didn't finish last time we were at the Black Sea. He crashed. Right. In Milan, he finished 6th, surprising everybody. Then 16th, then 13th, then 16th, then what next? 16th, and then what? 8th in Tondela, and then 17th, because, Nothing likes to keep me on the edge of my seat more than a driver who can't decide, whether he's good or not. Then 14th, then 19th. Race. There you go. Yes. Oh, he's starting in 19th. There we go. So he's hopeless. But do we want to keep him? The second option is your friend and mine, Faith Anthony, who is currently having a midlife crisis, which has degraded her stats by 1 point, but we'll take the stats that we have. 34 years of age, going to be retiring soon, cheaper than Gomez. Cheaper than Gomez. Important. Braking, not great. Cornering, pretty hopeless. This explains why she's terrible coming out of corners. Smoothness, not great. Overtaking, so-so. Consistency, meh. Adaptability, yeah. Fitness, not. Feedback, bleh. And focus, all right then. So she's a nice girl, which means that the mechanic likes her, the teammate is happier, and the chairman's happier. Bin them both. Bin them both. Well, that's another option I hadn't previously considered, but it is now on the cards. We might just get rid of both of them. Although, frankly, keeping Gomez on board as a marketing stunt might not be the worst idea ever. Finally, we look at Enano Ferreira, who's our reserve driver. Do I need to say any more about Enano Ferreira? Anyone? Anyone? No. So, well, there we go. I've got it. Thank you, Anna. That's, you know, vital information, and I think we will make a decision after the race is done. We got some scouting going on, but it's still a couple of days away, so we won't find out the results of that until after the race, and that's where we are heading now. It's race weekend. So, which of our sponsors are we going to go for? It's obviously going to be Acus, but I like to make out that, you know, there's some decision to be doing. You know, let's pretend together that I'm umming and ahhing over this before I eventually go to Acus and say, yes, you are the guys for me, 6th or above. I mean, it's a big ask. It's definitely a big ask. I don't think we're going to hit it. Let's have a look at the part situation. I figure we are already geared up for this one. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to do something radical here, and this is going to dictate what happens to my drivers. We're giving Gomez the good car. Gomez is going to get the good car. Faith can slum it. I am inclined to get rid of Faith because she is so old in racing driver terms. Gomez is a young buck, and he is, you know, he's full of vigor. He will be good for us in future seasons. But, you know, he is 18th in the series. And, I mean, you know, looking at his stats, he's pretty terrible. Smoothness, cornering, overtaking. Faith, meanwhile. There's nothing between them right now. They're both as bad as each other. But I'm going to stick Gomez in the good car. This is his chance, right? If Gomez gets a result here, I'll keep him. The end, right? Gomez, result, gets a new contract. Failed result from Gomez, and by which I mean he has to beat Faith and finish in the top 10. That's all there is to it. Right, so here we go, heading out to the practice session. This is going to be all important stuff. We've got a lot to do here. You've got another couple of minutes to get a bet in on this race. Someone in the chat will tell you how to do that. If you wish to place a bet, someone will give you the walkthrough on how to do that. But you know, so far, 4 people have bet that Faith will finish higher. 1 person has said that Gomez will, and 2 people have bet that neither will finish. Well, wouldn't that be marvelous? And it's raining. The rain has come early, but look at this for a track. That's quite the track there. There's a lot going on. Right, here we go. So there we go. Right, yeah, there you are. We're on intermediates. Let's have a look at the forecast. So what I can make out here is we've got at least 4 laps of rain. I'm not sure that intermediates is a great idea. However, I will be bringing them in before the track gets fully sodden. Although it's saying it's going to be sodden by lap 2. Yes. Well, I don't want them binning it in practice. But we're gonna down our force just a smidge here. 14 and change will probably do enough. No, it won't do enough. Let's go 14.8. 14.8. No, less. 13.8. 13.8. There we go. Right. Handling. We're going to go for maximum oversteer. We're going to go with the standard pre-race practice setup is what we're going for, so that we're only moving the dial in one direction after the practice session. Tyre choice. Do we go straight for wets? Do we go for intermediates? I think we will go for intermediates because they'll be back in before it really matters. Right, and then Faith, we'll go with a similar kind of setup idea for Faith. 24 and 14, please. No, that's too little. 14, 3, 24, 3, that'll do it. Suspension. For some reason, Faith's mechanic, who is, let's face it, the better of the two mechanics, is suggesting that a little more understeer is the route to happiness. Well, we'll just have to see about that. We're good to roll here. We're going out for the practice session. Unlike the usual amount of the series, we will be running in slow. We will not be speeding things up. We'll run this relatively slowly so that we get to witness the full majesty of the practice session. Let's take the practice. Send them out. Okay, there we are. Stints, yeah. Tyre choice, yeah. Why are you even asking? I've done all of this. Oh, hold on. Car setups. Completely hopeless. Just a little more on the front wing there. That will do nicely. Right. Get out. And then Faith also hit the bricks, Faith. Yep, it's fine. Yeah, all of that. That's it. Yep, off you go. Right, we'll put them on you know, as usual, we'll go somewhat aggressive with the approach to the race that they're both going to take, and all being well, this will do absolutely fine. So as ever, we're gonna hang on here and see how we get. Let's close that. I might as well have my face on the flipping screen if we're going to do that. So looks like it's probably Reverend Plastic, could be Swans. Yeah, it's definitely Reverend. Reverend Plastic has gone out on wets, as has Milan Z, as has Chris Shaw and Bird Dog. They've gone out on wets, so perhaps they are intending to stay out a little longer than other drivers. We'll just have to see how they get on. I'm not expecting this first run to be particular. Everybody's now switching to wets. And that's because the track is effectively a swimming pool. Can we stiffen up the handling? Says Faith Anthony. Bring her in. I think I've missed it. I missed my first pit stop opportunity. Oh, woe is me. Well, that's handling is superb, says Gomez. But let's not forget, last time he was here, Gomez did stick it into a crash barrier. And we've blown a lap that we could have used to make adjustments already, which means that we've got less time for these guys to become completely proficient in the finalized car setup. So you know, make of that what you will. I do worry. I worry about every missed opportunity, and you know, that was one. That we could have had, although Gomez just set the fastest sector 2, although that could be down to him being on intermediates rather than wets, given that everybody else is on the sluggish tyres. We'll just have to see what we've got here. Right, so come on then, Faith, what do you got for me? Right, downforce is bad, handling bad, speed balance really bad. Good, we can work with this. Right, let's take it up to what does 27.17 look like? Could be in the sweet spot. Maybe that's a little too much. We'll go 26.8 and 16.8. Gear ratios. We'll go for a little more acceleration. Right about, in fact, right about there. ought to do the trick. She's not great coming out the corners, but she is pretty good at overtaking. We'll just have to see how that works. After this round pit, change the tyres so you both got wet tyres experience enough. Yes, I agree, I concur. Meanwhile, the oversteer, they want more oversteer. This doesn't feel right to me, but you know, I listen to the drivers. We take the feedback of the mechanics on board, but you know, we do what we do. Right? Okay. So, Mr. Gomez with the swanky car. What are we saying here? Not enough downforce. All right. Well, we were 26.8 for Faith. Now, given that they're both running identical wings, you know, I'm going to gamble on that being appropriate. You want better speed balance, so again, we'll shorten those gear ratios up a touch, a lot, a good chunk, maybe, and we will. And he wants understeer. I don't understand. Oh, actually, he only wants a little bit of understeer. So that's where he was before. Let's take him 2 notches that way and see where we get to. Tyres, wets, please. Get out. No, I don't. There's nothing I can press there. Why do you invite me to press this button? There is nothing I can actually press. General Mac there setting the fastest time so far. Oh, Milan Z actually set. No, never mind that. Someone Plastic has set the fastest lap with Z in second, Dog in third, Shaw in fourth, Mact in fifth, 00 in sixth, Mostly Sane in seventh, and Trolley Fodder in eighth. I'm going to try my 2-stop strategy once again here in the practice session. Oh, and wouldn't you know it, we're out on wets and it stopped flipping raining. I should have checked that. Should have checked it. The forecast is now for overcast. Oh, this is a disaster. Well, you know, we're going to find out what wet tyres are like, I suppose, on a dry track as the track increasingly dries. They're going to finish one lap and go, hey boss, don't you think that maybe we should be out on intermediate or better tyres? And I'm going to go, yes, I do think that, as it happens. Had I bothered to look at the weather forecast before sending you back out again, that's probably what I would have done. Right, so I'm definitely going to bring him in at the end of this lap. Because, you know, the wet weather tyres are going to do him no good in the slightest. Let's have a look. So the water on the track is going to dissipate very quickly. Aero setup's better. What would you know, you're on wet weather tyres. It's due to stay dry for the rest of this practice session, and that's, well, that's a reason to celebrate. They both like the aero now, but I want to get them back in and then back out again on some real tyres, and see what we can actually do with it. See what can actually happen. But I'm not thrilled with how this practice has gone so far. The only thing I can hope is that both drivers are pretty satisfied with the setup of the car by the time they complete their final stint. So that should be Faith coming into the pits about now. Here we go. Faith Anthony in what could well be her last race for Bulldozer Power, coming into the pits to get it tuned up again ahead of going out for her last practice run. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly is happening. But while she's giving me her feedback here, there is no further sign of rain. So the only thing she wants is more. I don't know. What do we think here? Really hated that. Quite happy with this. Let's go just a little bit more on the gear ratios. But that big long straight, that feels wrong to me. Downforce. I don't. Yeah. This feels too slow. This car feels too slow. As a setup goes, I don't want to do that. Let's take it to 27 and see what she says. See what she thinks about that, and then she can just lump it and go with what she's got. She can have a little bit more oversteer. This feels terrible. Anyway, there we go. Tyre choice. There's a tiny little bit of water on the track. That's due to dissipate quite quickly. We'll stick her out on slicks. Don't stick it in a fence, Faith. Right. Meanwhile, Andre Gomez, in what might be his last race for Bulldozer Power, he's very happy with his downforce, really happy with the handling, not that chuffed about the speed balance, though. So we'll adjust the speed balance that way some, and then we'll give them a tiny bit more wing, in line with what we've done with Faith. How is that only okay? I don't get it, Gomez. It's got a big straight. How can you be happy with such a sluggish flaming maneuver? Anyway, he can go out on slicks as well. Once again, do not stick it in the fence. Whew. Well, you know, it'll be what it is now. And you know, we're either gonna make hay out of this change or we're not. They do have enough time to stick 2 laps in, so we should record a lap time. They're going to start griping about being on intermediates pretty much immediately, I would imagine. Let's stick them on aggro and see where it gets us. Now, we should be the fastest things on the track, given that everybody else is either on intermediates or wets. I have the clairvoyance to stick them on better tyres. Gomez seems to be doing quite nicely on that straight there. He was definitely pulling something. Oh, and some kind of spirit car there driving through Gomez. But he immediately takes him on the next corner. That's what we like to see. Clearly, there are no collisions possible in practice mode. It seems a bit off. You know, I think a good crash during practice can really warm people up for the race. As we round the corner to start the flying lap, we do have enough time to finish the lap before the clock runs down. Gomez is off. He's got his foot down. He means business. Speed balance is right on the money. Faith equally is saying the speed balance is exactly right at this time. But, you know, we'll have to see if Gomez can go tearing past this next couple of jokers. That's one. Go on, son. Put your foot down. Woof. And we're rolling. Okay, well, this is looking pretty reasonable. He's not saying any fast sector times, though, which can only lead me to believe that potentially this is not going to be a blistering lap that he records here. But, you know, I'm going to, you know, stay positive. Easy. Don't just drive in the back of people. That's not good. The downforce feels bang on. Oh, there we go. He's off the pace. And where are we? Gomez, 3rd fastest overall. Anthony, 5th fastest overall. But let's not forget, they are on better tyres than everybody else. And it started raining. And the last time we had a great practice, we had a completely awful race. Totally hopeless. So we'll see if we can actually turn good practice into good race. But you know, we have to await the verdict of the social media, and this is the point at which you can get involved if you want to give some feedback on the performance of Bulldozer Power in this practice session. Twitter using the hashtag Bulldozer Power, and obviously you know how I make gags out of hashtags, so hashtag whatever you like. Your comment about Bulldozer Power, you have 5 minutes to get your tweets in. I will read the social media from the social media fans, from the social media headquarters here at Bulldozer Power. Hashtag Bulldozer Power, all one word, and we'll see what the fans have to say, assuming I can work Twitter, which, you know, there's absolutely no guarantee on that front. While you're at it, follow CNL failure. But, you know, that's a secondary concern. You know what? I'm going to retweet all of them because that's the kind of mood I'm in. Explore. I think that's probably it. Yeah. Search Twitter. Hashtag. Give me hashtag here. This is relatively simple stuff. Hashtag. Yep. Bull. Yep. There you go. Bulldozer. Yep. Power. There we are. Search. Has anybody got in there early doors? Oh, interesting. It seems like Bulldozer Power is already a tag that people use. Apparently, at Delaware Hater is a butt lamp. Hashtag Bulldozer Power. Not entirely sure the exact relevance there. Latest. Let's go for the latest. Meanwhile, Lovelit W. Lwatakare is saying, Wenzako Wanatafuta Trillion Tanu to Kutimiza Lengo. Wanai Pataje, no one cares. Ni Kutk Kusiko Vibaru Vio Pia C Wajua, and a couple of smileys. Hashtag Bulldozer Power. There we go. So, read into that one what you will. However, Noah Berger is saying Andre Gomez looked pretty good considering he was on softs. Let's see what happens. At Vectrix is saying hashtag Bulldozer Power needs new drivers. Neither can drive better on slicks when everyone else used inters and wets. A valid comment there. We'll keep an eye on that in the run up to the race there, and we'll see where we get to. Meanwhile, no, look, I need to read the names off. No, normally I'm very happy with the scroll, but give me a moment. So General Mact, leader of the championship, set the best time in practice. Hans 00. Andre Gomez, a Brazilian 2-3 there, with mostly saying Faith Anthony in 5th, despite using slick tyres. You will see how that goes. Steve Mush and Swans Plastic, unsurprisingly, bottom of the field. I would hope we can at least beat both of those jokers. Does it scroll because my drivers are usually at the bottom? Yes, it probably does. There we go. So that's the finishing order from practice. Meanwhile, we've had some more messages in. Jenny Vrkeen is a fan. Brilliant. At Octane Racing, build a better car for mostly saying hashtag pathetic. Why are you sending this to me? What do I care? Meanwhile, XBC Sports, Simon Higgins reporting, does the track here at Black Sea suit the Bulldozer Power car or something? They're looking like they're going to get a good result this weekend. Simon Higgins there, jinxing any chance we had of getting a good result this weekend. Meanwhile, Motor Racing Magazine with Jiro Kagawa. The engineers must have been doing a good job in Faith Anthony's car. They showed some impressive pace out there, despite the fact that she finished behind Andre Gomez. There we are. Meanwhile, in the media report from the World Sports Network, Mact top with 00 behind. Sounds like some kind of burger. An impressive lap time of 1:28.893 by Garuda Racing driver Mact meant that he finished top of the leaderboard. Lap time 1:28.893 was good enough to leave his rivals scratching their heads. Gomez finished 3rd for Bulldozer Power, and we'll be hoping that strong form continues into the race. I'm always hoping that your boy Gomez there has any kind of form or whatsoever. Let's do some retweet action here. That's the kind of thing that we do on the social media. Meanwhile, Playmoto NL, who should be concentrating on driving this weekend, but instead has decided to take to Twitter, always the sign of a good professional racing driver. Well, Gomez came in 3rd even after on wets on a dry track. Hashtag strange choices. Yeah, I think we agree there. Stacey's mom, who has a Twitter handle that I'm not going to read out. Gomez showing us how good you can be when you have an advantage over all other drivers. Hashtag Bulldozer Power. Hashtag good man. Let's push the retweet button there as well. Hashtag Bulldozer Power. This is from Commander X3. When Anthony and Gomez get steam-powered engines fitted, they'll be right on the pace. Equally, I think a bulldozer shovel on the front of the cars might make all the difference. Jonathan Nielsen, JTN 2002. Gomez finishing 2 ahead of Faith is going to give some good competition for that renewed contract. Hashtag have faith in Faith. Hashtag Bulldozer Power. I couldn't agree more. It certainly has set some interesting expectations when we go into the race itself, which will be coming up very shortly. So as we look at the glorious Black Sea track, I'm going to have a quick drink. That's that done. Remember, we have to finish 6th or above to really get the sponsor bonus trickling into the bank account. Andre Gomez, starting from 3rd on the grid, is currently higher rated than Faith Anthony. But, when does that mean anything? Let's have a look at the myriad choices we have here for the two drivers in terms of trim. We'll take those two, I think. Yeah, I think that's the right decision to make. Oh, hello there. Ooh. Race trim and risk taker. Fast pit stops now have a minus 15% risk chance. Oh, that's sold. Not entirely sure where that came from, but there we go. It's you know, it's pretty exciting stuff. This is this is all good stuff. The social media is pretty much dried up. Let's go for the car setup now. Where did we end up? Gomez likes the speed balance. I'm not going to tweak it anymore. They're stuck with what they got. Faith is only, you know, moderately happy with what they've started. Now, several comments in the post race last time was that off the grid we should thrash the hell out of the car. I'm not entirely certain that that's a good idea, but you know, we're going to employ it anyway, and we'll see where it gets us. Meanwhile, the weather forecast. So we've got at least 4 laps before it's going to start raining. I can feel already that it's going to start raining. 2 of blazing sunshine, then the clouds come out, and then who knows? Who knows? But, you know, I'm sure we'll find out. So here's the grid. Mush Plastic on the front row. Gomez, Dog on the second. Longo and Vargan on the third row. On the fourth row, mostly Sane and Chris Shaw. And then Megahertz and Faith Anthony on the fifth row. Pretty much midfield. Just behind midfield, kind of. Then Playmoto, P. Ruto, who have been side by side pretty much the entire season. Trolley Fodder and Hans 00. Vectrix, Reverend Plastic, who is on my watch list. Going out on mediums, interesting strategy. Lou Cybergal, Milan Z, also on mediums. My left knee hurts. And the king of the hill, the wearer of the orange sunglasses, General Macht, in the rear of the grid. So take your seats. This is it. This is the final race of the season. Everything on the line to finish anything other than where we are likely to. Gomez, as ever, completely witless off the line. Manages to dump 2 places immediately. He's really doing a top job at retaining his position on the team next season. Faith, meanwhile, has also dropped a position. And there we go. Faith has just sailed past Gomez like he was standing still. Honestly, the guy's useless. He's not even keeping pace on the first lap when all the cars are bunched up. And you know it's ignominious when we switch to follow the other driver. So Faith, in what is quite possibly her last, losing another place there, despite having the most aggressive driving setup possible. We are now obviously going to be hoping for some kind of massive pile-up that doesn't involve my drivers, or a massive pile-up that does involve my drivers to put us out of our misery just that little bit quicker. We're on great tyres. There's not a huge amount of grip, but you know, what does it really matter at this point? Gomez is in 11th. We're going to have to see some voodoo what was that? That was a crash. Mostly Sane there, stacked it right next to Faith. We were lucky Faith didn't get taken out at the same time. That can only be a good thing. Now, if another, I don't know, 16, 17 cars were to perform the same kind of manoeuvre, that would be good. You know what? This strategy is not working for me. We're gonna drop the strategy over here and over there as well, because I'm just not feeling it. The forecast is still sunny at the moment, but we've got a little while before we're going to have to start thinking about pitting. What are we looking at here? 8 laps worth of fuel. I don't think the tyres are going to hold up that long, but we'll ease back on the tyres once they start heating up to maximum. There we go. So the runners and riders as they are at present: Plastic, Hagen, Dog, Longo, 00, Plastic again, Mush, Macht, Shaw, Gomez, Anthony. Gomez just went through. Gomez went through. Anthony there being beaten by the plucky Brazilian, who has got the bit between his teeth because he knows he's got the better car. All the pressure's on him if he wants to be re-signed. Not that it really matters that much, because we are basically just dropping down the field. Like a stone. We've been dropped like it's hot, as Snoop Doggy Dog would put it. Faith now down to 13th, and you know it's a bad sign when we decide to follow the other driver. Gomez is second, and well, that's second and 3/4 effectively off the pace. That's not a good thing, is it? That's not what you want to see at all. It's kind of, you know, I'd like to pull some optimism out of this in some fashion at all, but Vectrix and My Left Knee Hurts both just locked up. One could hope that they crashed into one another. That would be nice. You know, they're behind us at the moment, but they won't be for long. Knee Hurts currently one place behind Faith Anthony, who has just clearly got the wrong car set up. Check Faith's rear wing. I think it's a bit late for that, if I'm honest. So we'll have a look anyway. Faith's rear wing is tickety-boo. There's Gomez dropping to 12th. He's fighting for 13th, though. He may be able to drop to 13th if he keeps up this kind of pace. It is a race to the bottom, and well, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. This was supposed to be exciting. This was supposed to be a gripping finale with the car in the best condition it had been all season. We came out of a belter of a practice session. We're on aggressive tyres. We started on an aggressive strategy. I mean, to be fair, Gomez has got, you know, cars bunched up ahead of him, but he overtook someone. No, never mind. He may do it again. No, not for a little while. I think the gear ratios are wrong. I think they're just taking too long to get up to any kind of respectable speed. Gomez overtakes. There he goes. Oh, like a legend. Could this be a comeback from Gomez? And Faith Anthony as well has had a good as an overtake. We are now driving in formation. Anthony acting as a blocker for the cars behind, while Gomez hunts down and kills any drivers who dare to be ahead of him. Figuratively speaking, we've got 4 and change laps to go. They've both got tyre wear to contend with, so we're not going to use all the fuel. The tyres are going to go first, which to me makes it look like the medium tyre strategy might have actually been a good move. But Gomez right now is you know, he's not letting Hurts out of his sight. But here comes Cybergal. Yep, Cybergal wants it more. She's gone through, but Gomez's pace is actually pretty good. He's now in 7th, 6th. Oh, they're all in the pits. Oh, well, that means nothing then, does it? We'll stay out for as long as we can on these tyres. I don't know if we won't get away with a one-stop strategy, but we might be able to. I don't know, make some sunshine here somewhere. On the subject of which, no rain is currently forecast. Gomez's tyres down to 24%. Faith's are rotten, effectively. We'll bring her in again. I'm going to hold out that it's going to stay dry, and we'll stick her on slicks once more. Ultra soft. 19 laps remaining after the pit stop. We'll fill her up. Is that wise? Let's go one less and see what happens. At this stage, I'm prepared to actually run out of fuel, and we'll go with a quick pit stop for Faith Anthony, who's currently sitting in 10th, looking rather pleased with herself. But she did only earn that position through other drivers being in the pits. But if she can hold people up and hold them off from Gomez, then maybe he can make hay while still in a good position. We're gonna stick him on really thrash the hell out of the engine mode, and hopefully, that'll yield results. I can keep him out for maybe 1, maybe 2 more laps with his tyres the way they are, and the fact that he's dropping down the track that quickly. I think we'll stick him straight in. I've got a little while before I have to decide. Faith is now in 17th, which is pretty much where she belongs. I think she'll possibly finish in 19th, just ahead of the only driver to crash. Yeah, all right, Gomez, you can come in. Back out on slicks, and then we'll go a slightly lighter fuel load, and then he can come in for one final stint. We'll go balanced because, you know, I'm not chancing it, not with this pit crew the way they have been all season so far. Well, there we are. It's not looking great. I mean, where are we now? Gomez, 19 seconds. By the time he gets back out, he'll be in 15th, I suspect. But it's all down to the pit crew. We'll have to see how they do here. Gomez 8th, 9th, 11th. He's currently in 13th, 14th. Coming out in 16th would be completely hideous because that would put... Oh, there we go. Playmoto goes through. Steve Mush has gone through. Faith Anthony has gone through. That was abysmal. Well, there you have it, friends. We've got 15 laps to go here, and Bulldozer Power are looking anything but as impressive as they haven't done all season. They are, frankly, a shambles. Neither driver wanting to re-sign their contract. That much is abundantly clear. I shall bring in 2 brand new bucks ahead of the next season, both of whom will be told exactly what fate awaits them if they are incapable of any kind of a performance. Gomez is still on thrashy fuel strategy and he can't even beat his teammate, despite having the better car. We've got Salmone Longo behind us, so there is still a race of sorts going on. But this is perhaps the worst performance that we've had all year. Yeah, there is no other way to describe it. Oh, Chris Shaw, having got into the pits, he's dropped back as well. Hooray. That's good news right there. The sponsors are looking on dismay. Clearly they expected more. And is that rain? I can't... Yes, it is. We've got rain coming up on lap 14, which is completely the wrong time for me. I don't want to be lapping. I don't want to be pitting that soon. There goes Gomez, dropping back. Dropping back there to 18th, with only a 2-second cushion over Chris Shaw. Well, any dreams we may have had over finishing in a good position are gone. We will not be picking up 7th place in the team championships unless there is a major incident. And with the way that the other drivers are performing on the track, I simply do not see that happening. Anthony is tenaciously charging up the field. We'll go watch her briefly. I'm sure she'll be overtaken pretty soon, and then we can go back to watching Gomez again, who's still on, you know, rinse your fuel tank. We'll stick him on high. Not that it's making the slightest bit of difference. No, we don't want to watch him. I mean, you know, we don't want to be encouraging people to take their own lives who've put money on him finishing. Faith has nailed basically the who's going to win. Oh, hold on. This is a Bulldozer Power potential incident with one teammate taking out the other. That would be a fitting end to both these drivers' careers. I would be incredibly surprised. You know what? I'm still thinking I might keep Gomez. What the hell is wrong with me? He can't drive. You know, that's his fundamental weakness, is he cannot drive. I know we're overtaking people right now, but I don't believe it. If they can both get past Steve Mush, then, you know, maybe I'll draw something into that. But as it stands right now, they're hopeless. Look, they've got 3 cars queued up behind them, waiting to overtake. Set the engines to overtake, and there goes Gomez has gone through again. Neither driver able to capitalise in the slightest. There we go. We've set them both to overtake. Lots of pit action going on. It'll be interesting to see what tyres they opt to come back out on, because there could be some magic here, you know. Magic things could happen. If we pit at just the right time, just as the rain is about to start, we could pull off one of those ninja moves that mean we do 1 fewer pit stop than everybody else, and end up on the right kind of tyres in order to really capitalise. But actually, no, I was mistaken. There is no rain forecast. Well, in that case, you know, that level of excitement, you can You can put that one back in your suitcase. You're not going to need it. 13 laps remaining. Yeah, okay. Stoneby, Gomez just overtook someone else. That's Steve Mush, worst driver in the league. Was just overtaken by Andre Gomez, who is now making some moves. Sorry, Faith, not interested in you anymore. Come on, Gomez. What's occurring? He's there. He's definitely chancing it now. I don't care what you have to say, Faith, until you start making a show. We're going to stick with Mr. Gomez, champion of the Bulldozer Power Revolution. Oh, we've got some more social media coming in. JTN 2002. I question the sanity of mostly sane after that crash. Another opportunity for Faith. Hashtag Bulldozer Power. We'll retweet that, but keep our eyes on the race. Okay, well, Gomez is making it happen. His pace is pretty strong right now. He's light on fuel, but his tyres are still good. He's on an overtake strategy. How's the engine look? Everything looks good. His rear wing, could be better, but it should be fine to get him through to the end of the race. He just set a personal best of a 131. Gomez may be making a move. Who's within? Well, you got Vectrix is the next driver on the track, and Gomez is certainly chasing him down. But he's going to have to pit after this lap. I may even have to ease him up ahead of them. I don't want to be doing that. I want him bringing him in. What's the weather forecast? Staying dry. He's got 1.5 laps of fuel left to go. This is gonna be. He's gonna be so close on fuel. I'm hovering over the pit button. Well, we've committed now. So should I back off? Yes, you should. You should definitely back off. Let's go for medium fuel usage. This is a bad move. This is a bad scene right here. He's in 10th. Faith's got a lap and a half left. I'll tell her to go into the pits. Have some of this. How many laps left after the pit stop? 10. Have enough. Park condition, whatever. 44 on the engine. Oh, I don't care if you break down, Faith. You're hopeless. Get back out there. And as if by... Oh, her tyres are gone. We took our eye off Faith and her tyres went. Doesn't seem to be harming her on-track performance, though. So you know, who cares? Meanwhile, Gomez he's holding on to 10th. He's on vapours. He's got under half a lap's worth of fuel left. Everybody, hold your breath. Hold your breath. Get into the pits, you beautiful Brazilian lunatic. We're almost there. Pit lane coming up. 0.1 lap of fuel. What are you doing? I must have pressed the button. Did I not press the button? Oh, you have got to be joking. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's wrecked it. Right. Well, you know, there we are. Well, ho-hum. That was my fault. I'm sure I pressed the button. I'm sure I pressed the damn button. I didn't press it, though, because this would have come up. Oh. So, Gomez is going to run out of fuel. Yeah. Well, if you manage to push your car back to the pits, Gomez, you know, there you go. We'll never know. You might as well have a fast pit stop at that point. There we are. Gomez out of juice. He is out of juice. I can't believe that I let him run out of fuel. I cannot believe I did that. Well, I mean, I totally can. It just happened. You know, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. But, oh, bugger. What an absolute pillock. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Yep, there we go. And for those watching, Faith Anthony there had a terrible pit stop and is in 19th. The question is, can she catch up with her teammate, who is currently doing about 17 miles an hour around the track? Oh, almost managed to swerve and take out Steve Mush there. That would have been glorious. And around that corner, this is, I mean, to be fair, this isn't that far off his standard pace. And somehow the car has managed to get a turn speed. Must be downhill, but we did blow basically 10 places. Oi, no overtaking in the pit lane. No overtaking in the pit lane. They should get flipping penalised. That's Plastic and Max there. Overtaking in the pit lane. I call, you know, the authorities. That's clearly not on. All right, now Gomez. What have we got left to go? 8 laps. Do not spare the horses. You were doing so well. Now, how is he actually doing on the field? He is 19 seconds behind Faith Anthony. Gomez, give it all you got, mate. If you overtake her, I'll keep you on. That's where we're going now. If you overtake Faith Anthony, you get to keep your contract. I will renew your contract, and you may even get a slight pay rise. Admittedly, we're going to keep it around, keep you around for marketing purposes, but you've got 7 laps to overtake Faith Anthony, who is 19 seconds ahead, 18 seconds ahead of you, more than that ahead of you. What's going on? Is she? What's going on up here? She's all over the show. Her pace is completely erratic. So somehow she's managed to make 30 seconds out. Hold on, what's going on here? This is all not. Oh, because the leader was in the flipping pits, right? Okay, good, right? Okay, fine. That was all me, just misinterpreting the evidence there. Faith's still driving, but you know, I think we want to focus on Gomez. I think Gomez is where we're going to look. He's fighting for his place on the team. Faith Anthony sets a new personal best in Sector 2. Woo! Brilliant. But you know, we've well, you know, this is a disaster of my own making, really. Just as Gomez was looking quite capable, the team boss didn't tell him to come into the pits. That was, you know, that was heinous. Andre Gomez just set his best personal lap of 1:30. Faith recently set her fastest as well. She's 15 seconds behind Melanzi. She's not going anywhere. You know, Gomez is inside 20 seconds of Faith. He's gradually picking up position on her, but I don't think he's going to do it. Not unless Faith has a complete, you know, wrecking ball of the last few laps. She's burning through fuel. She's got 6 laps of fuel left, 5 laps of the race to go. She's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine here. Going to be fine. Pit him. I think it's possibly not necessary at this stage. Gomez just set another personal best in a sector. It's really. Hold on. Faith just overtook Bird Dog, who is in the pits. Well, there's a turn up for the book. We're not last. We are not last on the track. Let's ease off on the fuel there, Faith. I'm not trying to make Gomez overtake. That's not what we're trying to do here. But she is a little light on the old fuel. The tyres don't look terrific either. But there's only a few laps left to go. If she when she finishes this lap, we'll stick her on fuel burn again. Since she's ahead, we'll keep an eye on her progress. Back off the pace again, as you'd expect. Going through these tyres like a fat guy goes through hot dogs. Find another line. You say that on a routine basis. Okay, 4 and a bit laps worth of fuel to go. I'm not actually going to. I'm not going to put a more aggressive. We want to make sure we've got the fuel and the tyres to now finish the race. Faith now in 16th, Gomez in 18th. This is a poor race though. This is a poor performance from the team. These aren't. No, it's not. Hayes, this is not tactics. Tactics is the thing. This isn't. It's not. We are not performing in a tactically advanced fashion at all. We have made a heinous error that could have led to Gomez's one moment of glory this season, where I didn't threaten him with violence come the end of the race. But as it stands, we've got 3 laps to go. It's ease the tyres to avoid a last lap pit stop. I'm not making another pit stop. Nobody is going to be stopping in the pits again. I might forget to send them in, but I'm not sending them in when we don't need them to. Tyres are worn. Should we pit soon? No, Faith, you shouldn't pit soon. You should finish the damn race. What's the matter with you? showing the kind of tactical nous that we've seen on display all season. This might be, I think it's probably Reverend Plastic, coming up for his second time overlapping Faith Anthony. Take him out. Take him out. Go on. It's worth it. Yeah, oh, good effort. Their Faith with a cheeky nudge on the race leader, but didn't quite have the bottle to actually take him off the track. Well, that's a shame. Some team orders there would have been nice. There we go. Who's that? Oh, it's Mush. Mush is about to take his 17th place back. Faith really, clearly, doesn't want it. Just not interested. A couple of laps left to go. Faith not got a lot of fuel. Should be enough to get her over the finish line in safety. Gomez is too far back now. I mean, he's managed to pick up. He's only 12 seconds back. But again, I don't see him being able to overtake his teammate and therefore assure himself a contract next season. I am still on the fence. Faith is not going to be driving for Bulldozer Power again, not because of her performance per se, more because, frankly, she's just too hot. Hold on, there's trouble. That Steve Mush has got some kind of mechanical problem. Managed to overtake Faith anyway, but there is a problem with Steve Mush's car, and he's disappeared from sight. Well, there's a thing. Faith, what's going on? Why have you slowed down? Oh, because you're blue flagged. And as we know, we get treated to the blue flag unjustly. Gomez there on the same screen as Faith. There's one lap to go. Could Gomez make this count? Faith has definitely got problems. Has definitely got an issue. Gomez is coming. He's gone through. What's wrong with Faith? Oh, her tyres are at it. There we go. Faith now in last place. Gomez, can he hold off Bird Dog for the remainder of this race? Signs point to no. Yeah, there we go. So, yep, it's currently a Bulldozer Power 18th and 19th. Didn't go 20th. That's largely because Mostly Sane crashed. Again, it looks like Gomez's tyres are pretty much had it. But isn't that just the summary of the season, friends? Isn't that just what we expected? But actually, yes, Gomez has done enough for me to renew his contract. I'm going to stay on the fence because that's a stupid idea. That sucked. Yes, Faith. I hope you've booked your place in the Hall of Fame because you're out of here. You're fired. You're sacked. That was terrible. This is the worst race I've seen. The social media has already lit up. Oh, it's lit up quite a lot. What do we got here? Go Gomez. Hashtag Bulldozer Power, at least something going. Obviously, that was premature from Playmoto there. Sending a tweet while driving, pretty impressive. Meanwhile, management of Bulldozer Power has lost it there. Fuel issues or oversight, hashtag numpties from Vectrix. Have to say, that was a numpty move there. The team clearly making an error. What was with Gomez there? So slow until he pitted. Hashtag Bulldozer Power having a failure of some sort. Hashtag confused. Excellent work of the word failure into that tweet. JTN 2002, I wonder what Kurt has to say about the pit strategy at the Black Sea. Hashtag failure is an option. Hashtag Bulldozer Power. Hashtag have faith in faith. And then Playmoto again, managing to, where did Playmoto actually finish? 8th overall. Yes, well, yeah. So Playmoto managing to finish 8th despite tweeting constantly from the car. Oi, what happened there? Hashtag Gomez didn't pit. Hashtag Bulldozer Power still looking strong though with good comeback. Hashtag coasting. Hashtag delusional. And hashtag Bulldozer Power is basically masochism. Can't say any fairer than that. There's your tyre strategy. I felt we actually did all right there on tyre strategy. We got fresh tyres on coming into the final run. No, we hadn't. Okay, ignore everything I just said. So there we go. The scrutineering is now underway, and obviously, we are so legit that there's nothing wrong with the car at all. Confirmation, if it were needed, of the final positions. It'd be interesting to see what sort of gap we're looking at there. Hefty is the lap there. Mostly saying having crashed, which on reflection might have been the better result there. And mostly saying also getting demoted by 2 places because their car was illegal. Hans 00 had to do gained 2 extra points for driving the fastest. Oh, whoopie-doo. So there we go. Here's the final standings of the season. Gomez finishing in 19th ahead of Steve Mush, but only just. Faith Anthony there dropping like a stone to 15th place. General Mact is the winner. Congratulations, General Mact. My left knee hurts in second. Reverend Plastic finishing 3rd in the season overall. Lou Cybergal in 4th, Milan Z, then Vectrix, P. Ruto, Trolley Fodder, Play Moto, a very respectable 9th. Hans 00 in 10th, then Megahertz, Vihagen, Salmon Longo, Chris Shaw, Faith Anthony, Mostly Sane, Bird Dog, Swans Plastic, Andre Gomez, Say His Name with Reverence, and Steve Mush rounding out the championship. As far as teams were concerned, we didn't manage to overtake Octane Power, but it was close. We finished 1 point behind them. A slightly better finish there, and that would have been splendid, but it wasn't. Here comes some more social media nonsense. Hashtag Bulldozer Power. You need a better driver than Faith Anthony unless you want to come last all season. From Candido Pontes. I'm working on it, Candido. Play Moto never off Twitter. Really good result at Black Sea today, but we've got to keep pushing for a win. Yeah. Megahertz points mean prizes, but I want wins. Hashtag aim high. Yep. Milan Z had a few good tussles at 150 miles per hour out there. Life in the midfield can be fun. Hashtag racer. Hashtag excuses. Right. And that's that. That's the season. It's there we go. That's where we finished up. It wasn't good. Yeah, I'm as displeased as you are. Obviously, you know, at this stage of proceedings, you know, there's just you know, there's not much to say about it. What do we got here? Gomez gained morale. Faith Anthony gained morale. They're both happy with their performance. Your guess is as good as mine. Inano continuing to pick up some skill. Poor guy doesn't realise he's going to be out of here pretty much immediately. There we go. The financial breakdown, as expected, we're down £816,000. But it doesn't really matter. P-Shoots there celebrating the win in the World Motorsport Championship, which confirms him as the champion of the universe, with Fishburne and Don following up immediately behind. But we don't care about that. I want to sack some drivers. Meanwhile, in the Asia Pacific Super Cup, Wolf Bite, followed by Carlo Curious and Pix Elator, rounding out the season. But Chinara had done enough already to manage to lock down the win overall. Just 8 points in it come season end, with Bite and Curious immediately following up there. But it wasn't enough. H&R takes the series, and the team probably will be promoted or something. In the European Series, what we knew already, General Mact for Garuda Racing finishes up top. Only 9 points clear of My Left Knee Hurts, but it was enough at the end of the day to snatch the title. So there we go. There's the confirmation as if it were needed. I got myself a Steam achievement, but that's very poor poor compensation for what was a disappointing game, disappointing race there. Aged 41 years, he's ancient. He's General Mact. He got it done. Max Neumann, the team principal, had grown his beard out, especially for the occasion. The general there, only finishing on the podium 4 times, didn't finish one race, Only 1-2 somehow is the world champion. Who'd have thunk it? Meanwhile, Eastwood Motorsport, My Left Knee Hurts, Lou Cybergal, combining there to come up with this rather glorious rotating trophy, which will rotate even after you put it on your mantelpiece. It's kind of shaped like a hubcap. Might even be a hubcap, but it's a glorious piece of metalwork. 13 million quid in prize money. That'd be nice. Can I have some prize money? I mean, we showed up. Surely that's got to be worth something. If we turned up for all the races, that's got to count for something, right? Right. Anyway, but there is mail. There is mail waiting for us. Impressive lap time. Blah blah blah. Gomez finished third. No, that's practice session. We're not bothered about that. Gary. Well, wasn't an ideal weekend from our point of view. No, it was crap, Gary. That's what it was. It was a crap weekend. I don't want to check out my car. Gary, go and fix it. We've got an interview pending with the World Sports Network. Well, this will be fun, won't it? Faith Anthony was furious after the race, claiming you let her tyres run down totally and that she was begging to make a final pit stop. We needed to do that to execute a strategy. I don't really see the issue. That was a mistake on my part. I apologise to her and to our loyal fans. If she was a smoother driver, smooth, she wouldn't have had that problem. If Faith Anthony was smooth, what I need is a smooth driver. There we go. And I don't care what she thinks at this point because she's fired. She's out of here. She's sacked. I'm going to drop a train on her. Hardwart Finn win for Plastic in the Black Sea, and details about that race that we will not speak of again. Sophia Harris, our scout, has reported back on Walter White. Hello, Wally. What you got for me? Always good. Cost per race of 674,000. That's a lot. He's considering offers. He's also a timesheet hero. That's good. A young gun. That's very good. He's got a rival with his teammate, who is Tallulah Hawk. Hates team orders. Well, I can live with that. He's a dangerous dueler. Okay. Well, at least that'll be exciting. He's a stock car champion. And he's got a new haircut. Well, it's not going to stay new forever, is it? I'm going to hire him. You look great. I bet that you look good on the dance floor. Oh, hold on. He's not joining the racing series. He's not interested. I offer you an obscene finger gesture, Walter White. If you're going to be like that. That's just brilliant. Okay. Right, General Force. We might have to look for people who might be interested in actually driving for us. Let's have a look here. What have we got? Chinar. No, he's too good. He won't drive for us. He's in the Asia Pacific. Let's go by racing series. Let's look for someone who's driving in the Bum of the Month racing series. The GT Challenger. That's the one. No, I don't like any of these people. Who else have we got going on here? I want to pick someone that I recognise. So that means I'm looking for a member of Bad Company who doesn't currently have a drive. Finger puppet. 33, bit old. Might be terrible at braking. Might also be is terrible at overtaking. I'm not hiring you. Sorry. What else have we got here? Simple Fever keeps coming up. Not very fit, but could be double digits in everything else, and is young. Right, scout them. We'll see if they turn into anything promising at all. But my big problem right now is I'm going to have a tough time getting anybody to sign with me. Sort by age. Okay, right. There's some old people there. In fact, General Macht is the oldest driver, and his stats are completely awful. And he won the series. Got to be the car, right? Got to be the car. Let's go continue down the list here. I wanted someone, between kind of 18 and 25, 26, who currently race. I want to filter out the people who aren't interested. which I don't think there's a button for that. Let's go back to Racing Series again. Let's try someone from the European. My left knee hurts. He did well this year. In fact, he's been promoted. Who else have we got here? Christian West, Latance doubles it. Too old. Reverend Plastic. We've already scouted him. He is smooth. The Reverend is smooth. Okay, he just made the list of potentials. And I've scouted him already, which saves some time. Bird Dog is a bit on the young side, but I'm going to scout him as well. Let's get it in there. Right, and then we've got Bird Dog in the queue. Simple Fever. We've got 25 days to wait until he comes through. So there we go. Let's get into the end of the season mode right now. There we go. Finish repairing the cars. Cheers, Gaz. Nice one. Good job. Well done. Solid effort. You've done your job. The sponsors. We are the most sponsored team. I guess other people's sponsorship must have expired or some such. Right. There we go. End of season promotion. Prize money. They said prize money. Where do I sign? Right. Where are we? Are you red? Or no, you're not. No, we've got lots of unreds here. Emotional K confirms retirement from the sport. Gerald K has announced his retirement at the age of 40. All right. Bye then. Meanwhile, K Fetz has officially confirmed retirement. I've had a wonderful life in motorsport, said Fetz. Cheerio. Vittorio Corsa's Capello. It's been an emotional moment for me, saying bye to the sport that I love. Yep, okay. Get out. 6T Rog has announced his retirement at the age of 35. It's an emotional moment. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Kitano Sports Tio Bantam has decided to hang up her well-worn racing boots. I've had a wonderful life in motorsport, says Bantam. Yep, all right. Prize money. Here we go. Here we go. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. I'm happy to present you with your prize money for the 2016 season. It better be a lot, Ernie. It's 11 million quid. Get in. I'm going to spend this so fast. Ooh. Kurt, dip in your pocket, mate. If you can double that, we can make cash. Anyway, manager of the season, it's me, right? Nope, it's Harvey Wheaton. Never heard of him or his team. Fix. Hashtag rigged. The driver of the season is Reverend Plastic for Firebird MRT. Hold on. The end of the road, General Mact has officially confirmed his retirement. It's been a great few years, and I'm sad to be leaving the world of motorsport behind, said Mact. Well, you just won. It's the time to go, I guess. Milan Z has officially confirmed his retirement at the age of 39. It's been a great few years. And I'm sad to be leaving the world of motorsport behind, said Z. Oh, everybody's retiring. Oh, we're not done. It's official. Marshall GT driver Luca Gatto has decided to hang up his well-worn racing boots. Everybody's racing boots are well-worn. You just buy some new boots. I've had a wonderful life in my... Yeah. I've got 12 million quid in the bank. Did I manage to land my new designer? Did he tell me to get knotted or did we sign him? Sam's still here, so I'm guessing we haven't... Oh, it's being considered. Because the second you finish considering, Sunshine, I'm putting you to work. I've got a big chunk of cash and you are going to spend it. Right, in the mailbox. 2017 rules are now active. 12 dry tire toys, low profile tires. Exciting stuff. If you're a tires fan, you've come to the right place. Promotions and relegations. Esprit GP have been promoted to the World Championship. Rossetto Corsa dropped down to Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific, Eastwood have moved up, and Ozu are moving down. Ozu Motor Team. Well, I wonder if their drivers want to come and drive for a team that's going places. Who's this Tyler person? Interesting. What about Rowie? A little older than I'd like. Henderson looks like fun. Right, let's stick him in the queue. I might try and snap him up because obviously he's going to be demoralised having just been demoted. relegated, I believe is the word that people use. But there we go. Let's we'll just have to see how things pan out here. Right, in the mail, Garuda Racing have signed untested rookie Finger Puppet. The French driver is a newcomer, right? Puppet is going to take £3.5 million home a year. Well, good luck with that, Garuda Racing. Top Brazilian driver Hans 00 designed the future. Hans 00 has moved to Garuda Racing as well. Intriguing. £3.5 million a year. It's on the same money as the young whippersnapper who is untested. Meanwhile, Maiko Kitasato has gone to Octane Racing. Only £3 million a year. Should have negotiated harder. Maiko. Irish driver Sarah Thomas has signed from Firebird at MRT. Okay, 23-year-old. All of that business. Scott Price has signed for Vexala. There we go. Only making £1 million a year. Rubbish. Contract is looking good. Freddie Cooper is joining the party. Oh yeah. Sign it. Let's go. Yep. Sam, I got some bad news. Confirmed. Sam's gone, people. Sam is gone. Sam's out. Sam is toast. He's history. I'm not interested in him any longer at all. We will immediately go and put our new employee to work. What do I want? I want a really bloody good engine, is what I want. Actually, I want some brakes, because at the moment our brakes are rubbish. Or do I? Good, average, original. Yeah, okay, we're going to go for brakes first. What have we got? Deceleration, reliability, or reliability and deceleration? No, I only need them to be able to slow the car down. We won't worry about anything else. Build it. There we go. Yep, confirm. Yep, £500,000. It's nothing. I've got loads more money where that came from. Right, in the mailbox, we've signed the contract. Channel 6 News. Bulldozer Power signed 53-year-old Freddie Cooper as their new designer. I know this already. This is all fine. I know I've got a sponsor waiting as well. Oh, it's all go. This end of the season stuff doesn't come along very often. We've got an offer for slot 6, £400,000 a race. Okay, thank you very much for your offer, but we'll wait and see what else comes in. I've still got 2 drivers left to go. I need 2 drivers. Okay? I don't think you 2 jokers are it. Gomez appeals because he's youngish and he's very, very marketable. Wait till the new car is designed. Oh, well, I'll have good brakes that won't fit the new car, and we'll just have to build them again. Finish scouting on driver. Okay, cool. Who have we scouted? Reaper 86. He's one of the very best drivers in the European. Okay. Let's, look at this guy, and he's well smooth. He's a nice guy. Everybody likes him. He's spoilt. Everybody hates him. He's got a rival with a driver that has a Valos on board. Okay. You're hired. Approach the driver. He doesn't want to... What do you mean? What are you talking about? What's your damage? Oh, flipping it. That's another one who doesn't want to work for me. Right, Vectrix was suggested. Vectrix. Is it going to be under V? I reckon so. Vectrix. He's 32 and he's not very good. I've just had a 32-year-old driver who's not very good. I don't want... I'm going to put him on the back burner. And plus his contract doesn't end until 2018. We're looking for people whose contracts are up now. Try and snap them up swiftly. Amy McLeod looks like a backup driver. Terrible at braking, terrible at cornering. Not terribly smooth. I'm not interested. Magnus Krantz might not be able to brake at all. Gabriella S.A. Terrible feedback, not great focus. Overtaking might be challenging. Yep. Frankie Parks Can't brake, can't corner, isn't consistent, no feedback, unfit, no focus. Right. Numi Sapala. Terrible fitness, feedback, who knows, no focus. Might not be able to turn corners. Chris Shaw. Ancient. Okay. Zach Hamilton. Could be very smooth. Chariot Motor Group. Never heard. Oh, he's in the flipping Motorsport World thingamajig. He's in the top flight. Maybe if he becomes unemployed, he might be interested. Bruno Cabral, useless. Christian West. Basically, we are scouting old school. Right, we're going to do some old school scouting here. What are we saying here? Vectrix drives well, but has got horrible stats. Yes, just like Vectrix, just like General Mact. I know, it's weird stuff. Okay, here's a potential. Hold on, where are they? Asia Pacific at the moment. I'm going to wait and see what happens when contracts start to expire, and then we'll. You know what? We're just going to let the scouts do their job, and then when the season rolls over and people's contracts expire, we will snap up whatever is available. What's in the mail here? Scouting report on General 4-star. He's pretty good. Who's he driving for now? Zampelli. That's in another division. Maybe he won't go. Yeah, he's got 1 month left on his contract. So if his contract runs out, we'll sign him. Oh, we've had an offer for slot 4. 400 up front, 150 a race. It's peanuts, Eve Technology. I want more than that. I'm going to need more than that if I'm going to pay for my designer. Let alone whatever drivers I end up kind of signing. Right, mail. We've finished the new brakes. Can now fit them to one of the cars. 41 of 65. Ooh, new designer's got legs. That's good. That's very good. But I should wait until the season rolls over. Next race is in 93 days. We've got all the time in the world. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, pre-season. Pre-season. And, you know, the blurry screen of the autosave kicks in. We need to get cracking on the 2017 chassis. Give us the word and we'll get started. Consider this the word. Right, what's happening here? Car parts, 7 million quid. 7 million quid. We haven't squirreled this money away. And it's like, I just earned that. We've not squirreled in it. There is no squirreling going on here. You've been taking money off me all season. Oh, no, hold on. You're giving me 7 million quid. All right. Forget I said anything. Okay. Right. Ooh, interesting. Right. Okay. Engine supplier. Yeah, these are all terrible. Base stat modifier. That's going to cost me 5 million quid for a Rossini engine. Crikey. Okay. Fuel supplier. Oh, okay. All right. I see how this works. So I've got 18 million quid, but we could get a bump start. Get a telemetry. I'm not getting a telemetry center until someone asks me for one. Get the gearbox and the engine better. Okay. Right. Okay. Maybe. We'll see. Let's have a look. We're not going to go with the terrible engine, are we? Really? Fuel efficiency, weak, medium, +1. I'm not going to go for the best one. I don't want, given how that last race went, we're going to go with the medium engine there. Okay, that's the engine choice done. I want decent fuel efficiency. My fuel supplier, fuel efficiency. If we double down on decent fuel, improvability. We could go double weak here and save some cash in the process. Okay, right down the middle. Material suppliers. Tire wear, weak, very weak, weak, weak. I don't want to go down the middle again, but we are doing. Right, brake supplier. Okay. Dearie me, this is costing me an arm and a leg. I'm gonna go through my entire flipping budget. I quite like having better brakes. What do you say, chat? What have we got going on? Get the cheapest car you can. Spend the money on parts during the season. Go for improvability. That's the ticket. When will this VOD be posted on YouTube? Intriguing. As soon as possible. Basically, as soon as I've edited it. Improvability, from what I remember, only adds 5 points to performance per part per star. Okay, expensive. Middle, yes. Budget, who needs budget? You're doing every part down the middle. Just what? Sorry, doing down the middle for every part is expensive for just your second season. Okay. I remember getting a car as a WMC budget designing a car made me question life. Thank you, Raffengard. That's a good one. Budget smudge it. Less heating, the better your tyres are doing. Yeah. Mid-range. You're giving me a variety of pieces of feedback, but none of them that I like. Nobody's saying anything that I foresee as the truth. Let's see if social media has contributed anything to the argument, because that's a joke that hasn't run its course yet. Search hashtag Bulldozer Power. Let's have a look. Anything? No, nothing in from social media. Clearly people aren't watching at the time. Tyre heating, improvability 1.5 stars. Fuel efficiency not bad. Tyre wear, and I mean, I haven't chosen any brakes yet. If I did that, yeah. What about this? Okay, and that one. 11 million quid, which would leave me with 6 and change. I know. All advice is very, very welcome. Because spending all your money, if that's what you want to hear. No, I don't know what I want to hear. That's the problem. I've no idea. But I had a crappy car last season, and it would be nice to not have, there we go. That's that decision made. I'm going to spend the money on the car now, because then I won't be tempted to spend it on, buildings that I don't seem to have noticed anything beneficial from. So we're going to go with that. Committed. Take it. Yep, clean me out. Take all my money. I don't need it. What's going on here? Why is my car white? This is not good. Designing my new car chassis. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, this might end up being a halfway decent car. If you go medium, you're under 10 minutes. No, I'm all right with it. I'm good. I quite like the idea of having good brakes. Just got to find some drivers who want to sign for me for, peanuts at this stage. Continue, if you would be so kind. Brake supplier breakthrough. Hello there. What have we got going on here? Numi Sapalu, who we just looked at, who was rubbish. Oh no, old, not rubbish. She's going to the Ozu motor team. Cox has also been snapped up by Ozu. Mendez has gone to Octane. Bill Evans has joined Octane Racing, new mechanic. Brake supplier breakthrough. We've just received some interesting news from our brake supplier. They found some incredible gains in tyre heating, which could really come in handy this season. Unfortunately, the technology is rather space age, comes at a cost. 2.5 million. No. Right, that's that done. I don't want to blow all my budget up front. Car, what, do you need me to do anything here? You're alerting me to something. I'm here. What do you want me to press? I mean, I'm happy to press a button. Car design 1, 2, 3. Oh, stage 2. All right. Do I need to click on that? No. You're just cracking on. You'll be back. Okay. Cool. All right. Rattle through. Rattle through. Whoa, 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 whoa. There was a lot of scouting done, and we're going to run out of time to sign anyone if I'm not careful. Staff Centre has been opened by Garuda Racing. That's lovely. Right, Dominic Scouting Mission, Derek Henderson. He drives for Ozu. Okay, right. He's got 12 months on his contract. It's going to cost me 2.5 million quid. He's a smooth breaker, but he's not that smooth overall. I'm not that bothered by him. Plus, he's not going to sign for me anyway. Simple Fever is one of the very best in the European driving. Okay. I mean, he's on a 2-year contract. I may have made too slow a move in trying to sign anyone up. I'm not spending 3 million quid. Right, Gomez is gone. Inano is gone. Faith is gone. I may now have to re-sign them. well, no, we now need to, because if my driver's just left, then so did all the others. So we now need to look at who is uncontracted and sign them up. We've got a couple of Shen Ki looks terrible, but it's only 19. Okay. Vanessa Silvera could be bad, could be good. I'm not going to scout them. I'm just going to go straight for signing. What have we got any more? Yeah. General 4-star is already signed. Oh dear. I've made a tactical error on this part, but that's largely because I hated both my drivers. Anna Pag is awful. Keris Young is awful. Oh no. Shenki. Vanessa, better. Yuko. Terrible. Oh my goodness. This is a disaster. The number of unsigned drivers is really, really not good. And everybody's got signed contracts. Where are the new drivers? Are they going to chuck new drivers in? Do you think they will chuck new drivers into the mix? Because this seems quite thin on selection. Everyone appears to be signed. Maybe one of these GT people will sign for me. Not you, though, because you're terrible. Who's next? What's your contract? I should be able to see a contract without having to scout them. Wouldn't you think? You would think that I wouldn't have to scout. Oh, hello. I've got nothing but pretend drivers. Well, they're going to be cheap. Camille and Esmeralda and Megna, they're all young. They're all cheap. I don't think they're real, though, are they? They're all going to have terrible stats, and they're not going to be any fun to play with at all. We've got to find some real people to actually stick in some cars. I need to get better scouting facilities to unlock further drivers. Oh, flipping heck. What do we got? Scouting centre. Not the design centre. Not the factory. Let's whiz this around here. Let's find another bit of building. Design centre, factory, staff centre. Improve stats. Well, I've not seen it do anything so far. I'm not spending £7.5 million on that either. New buildings. Scouting facility, 2.2 million quid. Yes. Well, no. I'm not spending it. I'm not doing it. I'm not buying a building this year. We let both Faith and Gomez's contracts expire. The question now is, can I get Gomez back for less than he was on before? Oh, that's an interesting notion. Because I would re-sign him. He's a big Charlie, but he's very marketable. Hold on, where's he gone? Where has he gone? He's no longer there. Some idiot bought him. That would be kind of problematic. Oh, he's I'd got the full price range on. Let's go to the no team section here. We might have to go for someone a little older as well. Is there anybody we've heard of other than the drivers we just let go? Right, Andre. Hey, Andre. I hear good things about you. And, oh, God, he's actually quite smooth. All right, okay. This he's interested. Let's start the negotiations. Now, he was on 200 and some odd grand. You can be my #1 driver for a year. He would rather have a short contract. His status isn't important. He can be my #2 driver then. There we are. He was on 220 and change, I believe. So let's see how he feels about 208. He'd like a signing on fee. There you go. Have some of that. Bonus size is quite important. Yeah, I've got one for you. 3rd or above, right? You can have the largest bonus you've ever seen in your entire pitiful life. See how you feel about that. Right. We've sent him a proposal. But we're keeping them keen, right? Basically. We're basically keeping them keen. I'm going to take a young buck as my second driver. And what we're basically looking at here is either going to be Shen. I don't like the focus and feedback ratings on Shen. Consistency, adaptability. In fact, Shen's awful. What about Vanessa? Vanessa could be pretty good, but not smooth at all. Or Yuko, who is terrible. Right, any others? Anna. No. It's going to be Shen. No, it's going to be Vanessa. There we are. Right. Come here, Vanessa. I want to mix it up. Let's approach the driver. She's interested. Okie dokie. What do you want? We have no idea. Okay, you're going to be my #1 driver. Now I know I'm taking a big punt. I'll offer you more money than I'm offering. No, just slightly less money than Gomez. You can have a 24-month contract because I can't be bothered doing this again next season. You can have a 90 grand signing on bonus. And if you finish 10th or above, I will give you £18,000. Okay? What do you think of that? It's an opening gambit. We'll see how she feels about that. But you know, it's a place to start. Meanwhile, more sponsors often. Slot 6. Shield. Up front, 1.6 million. Bosch. Done. Okay. Or Raeli are offering 400 grand a race. Okay. We will review your offers and get back to you in due course. Where are we at? Are we going? So basically, I'm going to finish up today when I've finished designing the new car. Will be our finish point for the day. Although actually, I ought to finish probably a little sooner than that. Here we go. What do we got? Joe Goose of Kitano Sport is seriously considering retiring at the end of the season. I'd be surprised, amazed if he didn't retire at some point. Says a close friend of the 35-year-old. Kurtz is to be Sapala's new mechanic. Okay, Vanessa, what are you feeling? Okay, happy with that. Not bothered about the contract length one way or the other, but pretty unhappy at the cost per race. We'll try slinging a 300 grand, all right, and then I'll chuck you another 150 for signing on in the first place. Let's see what that gets us. I don't think it's going to be enough, but we'll just see how that one pans out. Yeah. Okay. Right. Onwards. Andre Gomez. Here we go. Let's. He's back. He's back to renegotiate. What are you feeling, Andre? Wages are fairly important. He wants to be the #2 driver. He wants a short contract. He wants a nice signing on fee. I really don't want to sign you. Cost per race, insulted and unhappy. All right, we'll try that. See how you feel about that. I'll go 2 notches on both. I'm not moving any further. The end. If you don't want it, I don't want you. All right, we're going. I can go no further with it. Right, what do we got here? Contract negotiating. We've done that one. Is Skippy Skipperchew from Spartan MRT considering retiring at the end of the season? Meanwhile, Vanessa has accepted the contract. Yes. Where's the button to accept it? Signer. There we go. And we will replace Esmeralda Perez. So we've got a hot, young, 19-year-old who has signed as our lead driver, who hopefully we can turn into something of a legend over the course of her career. I've no idea what her stats are. There we go. 9.8. Terrible smoothing, terrible overtaking. That's not so good. But consistency, feedback is actually better than Gomez was. Focus and adaptability are also pretty good. Fingers crossed, we can get some good bonus stats as we move on. So there we go. Silvera has been snapped up by me. Deal is estimated 3 million a year. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Oh, hello. What do we got? All right. Oh, Gomez is back. Oh, let's go back to the negotiation table. All right. What don't you like? Your wages. All right. See how you feel about slightly lower or racing for nobody. There we go. That's it. Yeah. No. Sorry, Gomez. You had your chance. I've already sacked you once. I'm now sacking you for a second time. I'm not interested. Oh, hello. He's back again. Interesting. Let's go back to the negotiating table. Try this. How about slightly less again. I'm just floating that out there. Yep, there we go. Oh, hold on. He's back again. No, that's the same thing again. Right, sponsors. Let's have a look. What do we got here? We've got 2 offers available. Right. Up front, 10 races, 9 races. This is the better deal. White Meat have offered me the superior offer. Okay, I will keep that under consideration. Might have been better actually to keep Gomez around while these negotiations were happening, but you know, it happens. Let's see if we can't get a second driver in. I'm not going to sign Gomez unless he accepts one of the ridiculous offers that I've made. Where's Bird Dog? Bird Dog's already signed, presumably, and let's face it, is completely terrible. Who have we got on the list here? Can we do a refresh? Then is there no more? There are no more drivers. This is the talent pool that I get to swim in. Well, no, Inano used to drive for me as my backup and was terrible. Keris Young. Oh no. Nicholas Hazel. Great googly move. He's 16. I'm signing him. Right, yeah. In fact, no, don't even bother scouting him. We're gonna approach him. Yeah, you better be willing to sign for pretty much nothing, oh sunshine. But at the age of 16, we will take idiotic young talent any day of the week. I'm well up for that. I'll offer you 100 grand. You can have a 2-year contract. You can have a tiny signing on fee, and much like everybody else, I will make you rich beyond the dreams of avarice if you can finish in the top 3. There we go. Right, be bold. That's our move now. Be bold. Try to negotiate for Trix. I would do, but the problem with Vectrix is he's already signed, so I'm going to have to pay a release clause in order to get him in the first place. We've got mail. Andre Gomez, there's no way I'm signing a deal like that. Forget it. Forget you, Gomez. You're gone. You're dead to me. You were dead to me earlier in the season. Now you really are dead to me. I no longer have to deal with you at all. Meanwhile, Nicholas Hazel, the young buck, has accepted the offer. And it was a relatively cheap offer as well, as it happens. Yeah, you're in. Delighted to be the number 2 driver. The signing on fee, delighted with the race bonus. Neutral about the contract. Good. Camille, get thee out of my team. Okay, right. Well, that's that settled. We've at least got drivers now. Does he even have a license? Probably not. But you know, we'll figure that out as the season progresses. There we go. We've signed Nicholas Hazel until the end of 2018. There we go. £1 million a year. He's on a bargain basement contract. That should work out for us just lovely. No news. Another new sponsor. Okay, right. In fact, that's 3 offers in each slot. So it's decision time. We can take 1.5 million, which is less than 150 grand a race. Bango, as much as I'd like the cash up front, I'm going to turn you down. We will take the white meat offer, right, which is worth 2 million quid plus 200 grand. Yeah, it's way better than Eve Technology. We're going to take it. What's this 1-star business? It's much better than this one. This is a better offer. I'm taking it. There we go. Job done. Yeah, if anybody signs Gomez, that would be fantastic. Right, in slot 6, 400 grand a race. That's worth 4 million quid. This is worth less than that. This is worth a lot less than that. Raeli, the first offer that came in, we're going to take it. Having the cash per race to try and offset some of my costs is going to be all important as the season rolls up. Onwards. Right, we are now at part adaptation, I believe. No, we're not. Or are we? I don't know. Adapt parts now. let me adapt them. Why does my car look rubbish? Where's my snazzy flipping orange and grey ninja skin? Oh, you're gonna vex me. Right, what's going on in the mailbox? Press HQ. Okay, we're interested in taking a look inside your HQ. Our readers and partners will be much more interested in your team if they wrote a good article. On the other hand, if we wrote a bad article, claim you were closed. What do we get here? Hazel loses 15 morale, don't care. Team marketability 15. Come on in. Drivers will get happy over time, or they won't. I couldn't honestly care less about my drivers until they start performing, and then I will care about them deeply. New driver has 100% marketability. Are you sure? Right, what have we got? Livery. Time to design the livery. This is my favourite bit in the world. Right, now, I wasn't happy with the fact, I mean, I really like my livery, but I wasn't happy with the fact that another team had the same livery. In fact, I was unhappy at that. So we're going to have a poke around and see if somewhat stripy. I thought grey and orange would be, relatively unique in the livery world. I've got livery packs as well for those of you who like, who like your livery wacky. I don't, as it happens. We're certainly not going for one with polka dots or skulls on it because I'm not 12. That could be fun. That could be quite fun. Splotches. I don't mind that either, actually. But I think at heart I am more of a traditionalist. But we might mix the colours up some. So if we were to take a white in there, no. Cancel. What about a trim colour? Take that. No, that doesn't look any better. For those of you who are unaware, I can spend a long time doing this. Actually, I quite like that. That's not bad. I might switch around the orange and grey. Yeah, we'll take that. This one, I want my orange, please. Or orange and white. Actually, that looks pretty natty as it is. We'll have that. Let's try doing the trim in grey. That's the one. Yep, that's where we're going this season. We'll take that. Hopefully, with the white aspect in there, the car should show up quite nicely when it is very tiny and we're watching it on the track. But let's have a look and we'll just twizzle these around a little bit and see what the other alternatives look. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. 5. Not sure about the stripes there. They can be quite fattening. 6 has got some style, but you don't get the grey. That's what we had last season. That was last season's look. There's 8. I don't mind that either, actually. That's quite good fun, isn't it? And there's 9, which is bad. Right, so it's a toss-up between. No, not you. 1, yes. It's a choice between 1 and 8. What do we say, team? 1 or 8? This is 8. This is 1. I'll leave it up to the chat to decide which of the two we go for. 1, yes, that's 2 votes for 1, and 8. Oh, tricky. 1, that's 3, 1. That's 4, that's 5. It's going to be 1. Okay, right, good. No, it doesn't need a hint of black. Black is great because it goes with everything. I prefer to. Thank you, Ian. Very helpful. There. Committed. Yes. Right, good. Excellent. Take it. Bulldozer Power.